Good morning. This is our slide, our last discussion for the notes which we're supposed to discuss. I'm going to. It's all about ICT entrepreneurship. That's EAT, ET field application. So what we're supposed to discuss, we're supposed to discuss these objectives, and let's go through. Let's just go direct to the point. Emerging trends in the networks. Briefly, network is a collection of different components which can make one to share sources. Now, according to the emerging trends, technology is advancing every day. In 10 years, in 10 years ago, nobody would imagine uh, that you could start your car from your phone. With the application of emerging trends, we are able to start our cars from the phone, or your refrigerator could order food from Amazon. So that's where we're heading to. There's what we call technological development moves notoriously fast in this day and age, especially with information and communication technologies. As a platforms mature, new and existing technologies combine, involve, and mingle to form new opportunities. With IT, people keep developing every day. People keep coming with new ideas every day. So there's what we call a proliferation of cloud services. Cloud services have been a major emerging trend for emerging technology for the past decade, and yet they still continue to be the main driver of change in enterprise technology stacks. Cloud has been disrupting every aspect of traditional IT business operating model. Now, when someone talks about cloud, just know that it's all about how we can do everything online, or how we can save your things on any document or any files online. When you talk about cloud services continue to expand and differentiate from AAS, no, SaaS to infrastructure as a service. That's the IaaS, platform as a service, which is abbreviated as PaaS. Then communications platform as a service, which is CPaaS. Then we have what we call unified communications as a service. Then we have what we call sorry, we have what we call the video conferencing as a service, which is VCAS and more. So let's proceed to the next slide. We're still talking about the emerging trends in networks. When Emerging transit networks are enterprises that have adopted cloud services, experiences, uh, improved time to market, making them more competitive. With the help of emerging trends, since we have the network on the ground, people are able to do um, more marketing in the world today. So this one has increased the efficiency and when done correctly, realize reductions in the IT spend. Yeah. So we have what we call SD1. SD1 is a software-defined wide area network, an application of software-defined networking technology that simplifies one with the wide area network managed by the complete network hardware from control mechanism. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide is I'm just going to be brief. We have what we call autonomous things. Autonomous autonomous things is emerging term for technologies that are bringing computers into the physical environment, operating as autonomous entities without human direction. With autonomous things, we found that there are so many things which can be done without one a human being has involved himself in. We have what we call automated analytics. According to the Gantt, automated analytics is an approach that automates insights using machine learning and natural language generations, and it also marks the generation wave of disruption in the data and analytics markets. The next one we're going to talk about. Let me skip that slide. It's not. We have what we call the 5G. In our previous presentation, we talked initially about what 5G does and the speed and the we talk about the challenges. So let's just explain something brief about 5G here. After some years of anticipation, 5G is finally here, and we're expected to roll over out. We're expected to roll out on a wider scale in 2015. 5G is the fifth generation of cellular mobile communications, following the 5G, no, following the 4G and the 3G and the 2G systems. Yeah, 5G represents a fundamental shift in communication networks architectures, promising more bandwidth with lower latency. Now, when you talk about the architecture, no, the communication network architecture, here we're going to talk about the hardware or the gadgets which they'll be using, meaning that they're going to use more complicated gadgets which can improve the performance and which can also improve the security, which can improve the speed at which the network is supposed to work. Now, when someone talks about latency is all about how the time someone takes to receive data once it has left the destination. Um, let's go to the next slide. We have what we call five. We have what we call Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7. Wi-Fi 6 is faster internet. It works up to 9.6 Gbps. Um, let's go to the next slide. We just click on this. Then we have what we call database management in emerging trend. Database management, databases that bridge SQL is what you have SQL in stock. No SQL. SQL in full is a structured query language which we always use when we're creating databases, and when we're creating tables, that you always have the screen, black screen. Then you also have what you call database in the cloud. Database in the cloud or stock platform as a service. Now, database in the cloud is all about how we can uh, have, how we can have access to, how we can make our either systems or all the documents or any software, any kind of document be accessed online. Uh, let's go to the next slide. We have what we call automated management. Automated database management is another emerging trend. The set of such techniques and tools invent to simplify maintenance. People always spend a lot of money when they're doing maintenance of databases, but now with the help of emerging trends, they're trying to see a way that all the database systems which are existing should be automated, uh, managed like for when they're doing maintenance. Then we have what we call an increased focus on security. Uh, increased focus on security here. The emerging trends. So you're trying to look at how we can improve the security when it comes to database management. Then this is the last slide which I'm going to talk about. We're still talking about database management in the emerging trends. It is in memory databases. Within the database warehousing community, there are similar questions about columnar versus row based relational tables. The rise of in-memory databases, the use of flashes or solid state disks, that's what SSD, which uh, which which also applies within transaction processing. Then the last point is big data. To be clear, big data does not necessarily mean lots of data. What it really refers to is the ability to process any type of data. I'm going to call my friend to talk about the security part of it. Please, the next question.
Yeah, uh, let me take let me take the next take you guys through the next slides. So the emerging trends in security. So this one is going to talk about the security of the data in the emerging trend. Security is all about protecting the data from a data breach or from data loss. It is basically how the measures are being put into practice to do such a program. So responding to COVID-19 remains the biggest challenge for most security organizations in 2020. The pandemic and its resulting changes to the business world accelerated digitalization of business processes, endpoint mobility, and expansion of cloud computing in most organizations, revealing legacy thinking and technologies. Uh, COVID-19 refocused security teams on the value of cloud delivered security and operational tools that don't require a local area network connection to function, reviewing remote access policies and tools, migration to cloud data centers and SaaS applications, and securing new digi- digitization efforts to minimize person-to-person interaction. Now, trend number one, which is the extended detection and response capabilities. These have emerged to improve accuracy and productivity. Extended detection and response solutions are emerging that automatically collect and correlate data from multiple security products to improve threat detection and provide an incident response capability. Uh, is the next slide, please. Uh, we have the trend two, which is security process automation. This has emerged to eliminate repetitive tasks. It has emerged to eliminate repetitive tasks. The shortage of skills, security practitioners, and the availability of automation within security tools have driven the use of more secure process automation. The technology automates computer-centric security operations tasks based on the predefined rules and templates. When automated security tasks can be performed and much reliable way and with fewer errors. However, there are diminishing returns to building and maintaining automation. Thus, leaders must invest in automation projects that help to eliminate the repetitive tasks that consume a lot of time, leaving more time to focus on more critical security functions. Uh, Next slide, please. Trend two, trend three. The trend three, which is the AI, which is the application artificial intelligence, creates new security responsibilities. Uh, these have been considered key in protecting digital business initiatives. Artificial intelligence and especially machine learning continues to automate and augment human decision making across a broad set of use cases in security and digital business. However, these technologies require security expertise to address tricky challenges, protect AI-powered digital business systems, leverage AI with packaged security products to enhance security, defense, and anticipate nefarious use of AI by attackers. Uh, the trend four, which is the next trend, uh, it is the enterprise level chief security officers, which is CSOS. Uh, these have emerged to bring together multiple security-oriented silos, leading organizations that that deploy cyber physical systems are implementing enterprise level uh, CTOs to bring together multiple security-oriented silos, both for defensive purpose and in some cases be a business enabler. Uh, the CSO can aggregate IT security, OT security, physical security, supply chain security, product management security, and health safety and environment programs into a centralized organizations and governance model. Uh, the next trend, the next trend is trend number five, which is privacy is becoming a discipline of its own. Uh, no longer just a part of compliance, legal, or auditing. Privacy is becoming an increasingly influential, defined discipline of its own, affecting almost all aspects of an organization. As a rapidly growing standalone discipline, privacy needs to be more integrated throughout the organization, specifically the privacy discipline code directs the corporate strategy, and as such needs to closely align with security of Internet of Things, OT, IoT, and procurement, human resource, legal, governance, and more. The Trend 6 talks about the new digital trust and safety. Teams focus on maintaining the integrity of all instructions Hey, bro, you have stopped sharing, man. Teams focused on maintaining the integrity of all interactions where where consumer meets the brand. Consumers interact with brands through an increasing variety of touch points from social media to retail. How secure the consumer feels when the touch points is a business differentiator. Security for these touch points is often managed by discrete groups with specific business units focusing on areas they run. However, companies are increasingly moving towards cross-functional trust and safety teams to oversee all
Yes, can you
interactions,
summarize? Thank you.
ensuring a standard channel level safety across the consumers interact with the business. Next trend, which is the trend seven, it talks about network security transforms from the focus on local area-based appliance models to CACE, which is Secure Access Service Edge technology, which allows organizations to better protect mobile workers and cloud applications by routing traffic through a cloud-based security stack versus back, backhauling the traffic to so it flows through physical security system in data center. Trend 8 is all about a full life cycle approach for protection of dynamic requirements of cloud native applications. Many organizations use the same security product. Um, Cloud, the trend 9 is 9. Zero trust network access technology. It begins to replace the VPNs, virtual private networks. The COVID pandemic has highlighted many of the problem with traditional VPNs. Next, uh, we then the media industry has conventionally been the first part of call for breaking news and stories. However, today's technology means we're all content creators and publishers. It's never been easier to create new videos, spread news via social media and grow our own audiences. Uh, the next one we're going to talk about is 1.5G and Wi-Fi 6, which are some wireless technology terms. Wireless technology is here with 5G data networks ready to enhance phone speed. We could see data delivered at nearly 10 gigabits per second, making everything from live streaming video to exploring augmented reality flawless experience. 5G devices are still being developed and rolled out, but carriers from AT to NT versions are already competing to be the marketplace leaders of the 5G revolution. Uh, we have the virtual reality, which is VR, the continuation from the trends, the ultimate level of news interaction being right in the center of real of action. Uh, Virtual reality promises to transport the viewer into the middle of an experience to form a better connection to the story. We have anti-ad blocking. While latest report found that 69% of users are not currently using an anti-ad blocker, according to the page fair, and ad blocking will still account for around 8 billion in lost annual revenue. Mm, So this is it all about anti-blocking and virtual reality. Page Fair, Source Point, Secret Media, and Admiral have had. The Forbes has been testing technology that blocks ad blocking users from their site entirely, but still offers users an incentives to waitlist their site by promising an ad-light experience once they turn off their software. The next point is automated journalism, which is which is robot journalism, one of the industry's most controversial example of emerging technologies, which it lends to help enhance to journalists, content creators, and publishers by interpreting and analyzing data to produce content. Automated journalism is also used to test headlines. We have the next point is social outreach apps. These are apps which are used for content creation. They are used by content creators to go beyond the usual suspects of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get consumer perspective. Social outreach apps brings a fresh take on how the media industry engages with its audience. Uh, the next point is death of cookies. Google sent shockwaves through the industry when it announced it will block third-party cookies in Chrome browsers within the next 2 years. Although advertisers are panicking, content publishers are thrilled to hear they will hold that coveted first-party data. Uh, the move
You can
could
start from the
impact
next
immediate
slide.
revenue. Yeah.
If we start from the next slide,
So
time is
I
going.
think my colleague Faith is going to take over the remaining slides as we wind up the end of our presentation.
Thank you so much, Dan and Toko. I'll continue with the emerging trends in multimedia. I'll go ahead and talk about the seventh part of it, which is data scrolling and data storytelling stroke visualization, whereby here we are talking about the text visuals, which is the perfect marriage to satisfying and increasing mobile audience, which presents data in interactive and bite-sized chunks that engages the audience. And also part of the multimedia, which is scrolling, is the new clicking, so transitioning between different multimedia data sources should be effortless. Scrolling is a visualization tool that reveals more data as the user scrolls down the page. For instance, the interactive data journalism, which is the done well by the New York Times. Then Internet of Things is the stranger, is Internet of Things. The world is no stranger, the Internet of Things, turning out homes into smart hubs with voices supported technology. There is also wearable journalism, which is nowadays changing the way customers access content. The Apple Watch makes getting the latest news as easy as telling the time. So nowadays you find people having, the example I can give, that you find people having their Apple phones, or the Apple phones that are having a smartwatch, whereby you can that smartwatch can have cameras, you can receive calls on it, and so many others. There are also other examples of contact lenses, where journalism presents the opportunity to deliver content in trimmed down formats without losing the sense of the story. Now the other one is video creation technology. With video creation, video can may have the content for media brands, but publishing enough videos to satisfy viewers, which is easy task. So the best way to help your team supply the ever-growing demand for video, which is investing the video creation technology, whether it means using an online platform like the Vitabit Studio or leveraging and so many others. The examples we can give is the emerging technology demonstrate the advances that are radically changing the media industry. The next point would be we are looking now at the Internet of Things, emerging trends in software development. When you look at artificial intelligence, we see that it gets thrown around Internet of Things, but it's not because of artificial intelligence. It's because modern technology is finally powerful to make artificial intelligence tools a reality. And then the other one is cross-platform development, whereby if it means choosing to start from a single platform like the iOS or Android, after building the initial app for the platform, developers would create another version for a different platform, which requires them to devote resources to porting code between the operating. Then the third trend is blockchain. Blockchain, people use Bitcoin to kick its own cryptocurrency revolution, but it's somehow poised to have an even greater than effect on the future of development. The blockchain is one of the latest development in technology, and software developers are finding new and interesting ways to implement it. For example, we have shared distributed apps, which are emerging as a popular option for developers looking to create the decentralized and secure source solutions. Then the other point, the fourth trend of Internet of Things that we are looking at nowadays is the Internet.
Time is going to catch you up if you don't hurry.
Okay, let me finalize this one. The fourth trend we have in IoT or Internet of Things is that people have begun to merge around us, from the Bluetooth trackers to smart microwaves. So there are very many, devices that are using Internet of Things, like the Bluetooth can track other devices. Also, smart microwaves, internet connected devices are no longer regulated to computers and cell phones. So as we talk about devices that can that have better wireless bandwidth and power efficiency, that bring new life exciting the possibility for the future of Internet of Things. There is also progressive web apps. Progressive web apps offer the convenience of being accessible from any browser or device, but are unable to take advantage of platform-specific hardware to reach up top performances. The last trend that I can talk about are the local development. So when we look at the software development, that require teams of dedicated coders and computer science experts to bring solutions to life. So these softwares development can be an expensive and time-consuming processes, but the barrier to entry has often remained. So most of the software industry trend of local development changes that acquisitions of by making it easy to code applications through graphical user interfaces, which instead of complex programming languages. There is also local development, which is especially growing in popularity for businesses, applications, turning out new softwares without extra investment of time, so many others. So I think we have come to the end of our presentation. This was the last slide and last notes for our discussion. Thank you, Deng and Toko, for presenting. Have a blessed day.